What's up, Sagittarius? How you doing? It's me, Archer, and it is time to do your everything energy check-in for you and the one on your mind. Pulling on the energy for the end of the second week into the third week of October of 2025. However, my readings are timeless readings, so whenever this reading popped its way into your algorithm, you clicked on it and decided to come and hang out with us for a little bit, or a lot of bit, is perfect timing as always. They're timeless messages meant to find you when they find you. That's a hidden, the deck tried to jam, but then it like smoothed itself out real quick. That's like you need a spinny hug, but you're not wanting to let it show. You're like, no, I'm fine, Archer. I'm Sagittarius. I'm always fine. Come here, I'm Archer. I know better. I'm going to grip you up. I'm going to give you a spinny hug, and we're not going to tell anybody. This is your private, personal spinny hug. You're still going to spin around like your hair's blowing in the breeze. So sorry, girls, your hair's going to get messed up. It's Jeep hair. Don't care. Jeep wave if you're a fellow Jeep owner. And you might start giggling and feel a little better, all right? We won't tell anybody, but if you want to come back for more anytime you want, I don't mind. It's why I'm Archer. I'm here for you. I've been affectionately called the Sag Whisperer, and I am proud of it. Straight up, my Sagittarius Neptune does approve of it. So let's tap in and tune in, all right, Sag? Think about your person, and whatever message comes out, good, bad, or otherwise, don't worry, I'll convey it across to you, because when you're with me, I'm your ride or die. I got your back, and I'm your crystals. My chariot's bulletproof. And I don't know if y'all watched the Cards and Coffee last night, but when I was doing the last Cards and Coffee, I had a whole level up ascension. I like lunar astral project traveled. It was freaky deaky. It was like the fourth season of Knight Rider where Kit got all the fins sticking out of him, which we all know did not make that Firebird go any faster. But it's Hollywood, so it's okay. So are some of you guys in Hollywood, or am I talking to like an actor, actress, or somebody in the entertainment industry or something? That's cool. I dig it. What's up, Sag? All right, let's go. Give me 2 shuffles for Sagittarius. Let's do this. Here we go. Ready? Yeah, you're Sag. You're born ready. 1 and 2. You got to keep the energetical rhythm. It's just like starting a song with 1, 2, 3, 4. So on that note, let's love this deck. For the super successful, straight up, I'm giving it to you this week. Not just sassy, but also sexy Sagittarius. Even my male Sages, you know you GQ, all right? The only sign deserving of 5 syllables. Let's go. Wow, you're getting a good reading, I have a feeling. At least a good outcome. Overall energy is the 10 of Cups. Pisces energy. 10 of Cups talks about what you internally, subconsciously have always dreamt of for your white picket fence and 2.5-car garage and etc. and so on and so forth. The Hermit card on the 2 of Cups and the 9 of Wands. Pisces, Aries, Sag, Virgo, Cancer energy. 4 of Pentacles. You know how you've been feeling kind of stuck in hermit mode? Not even just those of you thinking about your person. I'm talking to a Sag that's like been like, Archer, I tried with my person. I tried moving on. I tried talking to exes. I tried this. I tried moving. Some of you guys have even moved or relocated. You're like, I can't find nothing. Hey, Brittany, what's up, girl? Hey, Caitlin, what's you doing? Melissa, hey, Debbie. You're like, Archer, I'm pretty sure I've kind of exhausted every chance, right? But there's still a little bit of something going on in the 2 of Cups, that there's a bond between you and the one on your mind. When I was like, think about your person, even you're sitting here going, why did I think of that person? Because you guys love each other. All right, let's find out. Let's make sure they woke up to love, because they did not know what love was back then in the day, right? All right, let's find out. I don't know. Let's go. All right, so let's dig into your energy. All right, starting at current conditions at Sagittarius. I love reading for you. I made it through the other 8 signs. I'm like, yes, Sagittarius is in the morning. Anyways, Queen of Wands. Then I did it again this morning when I was pulling to get the energies for the title and title cards. I'm like, yeah, Sagittarius. I'm Archer. I dig reading for you. All right, let's see what we got. You got the Queen of Wands, the Emperor, and the 10 of Wands. That is all Aries and Sagittarius. Some of you guys might have some strong Aries in your chart. And I mean like the big 4 with the Emperor, like Moon, Rising, Venus, all right? Maybe even North Node. 10 of Wands, though, you're bored with life. You like are stuck in the same mundane existence where stuff just keeps happening regardless of whether you did try to move or you did try to like just reinvent yourself. You know, close doors, put stuff behind you, move forward. Dating sucks. Then it's like talking to other people. That sucks. And you're like, I'm pretty sure I have tried everything possible to find the right energy and love, right? Queen of Wands, Violet Jessup. Right? You've been through 2 rough connections, rough relationships that should have gone the distance. But the Queen of Wands is Violet Jessup in the Titanic Tarot. It's Deborah back in biblical times. But Violet, I told you to wait in the Titanic deck. We get to use the Titanic deck for clarifiers. I love it. I'll keep the stories to a minimum, Sagittarius. Anyways, I had a Sag tell me once, you know too much about the Titanic. You should pick up a new hobby. And then I picked up astrology. And here we are. Anyways, that was a Sag that said that. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's cool. Anyhow, memories. You know, with that Virgo card down here, the Hermit mode, it's like a lot of you guys are in Hermit mode, like inner reflection this time, wanting to release some of the shadow work that I'm thinking it's really been kind of hitting you since Jupiter moved into Cancer. Maybe it caused you to open up because that's fourth house energy. Cancer's rather nostalgic vibes. Some of you guys could be dealing with one. But it's almost like you're like, did I miss out on something? Did I miss the memo? Why in the world is my life going all nowhere land while everybody else around me keeps going like forward? Interesting. We're going to find out because the Emperor and the Ten of Wands literally shows Sagittarius getting to a point that you're just like, that's it. I'm over it. I'm done. I don't care anymore. I've tried. And some of you guys might even be at that point of like, why do you hate God? I don't pull that there's that kind of a vibe on this one. You, believe it or not, have been being protected. All right. You have been doing so much through Ten of Wands, even the past 10 years, to help so many people out that you passed the point of burnt out like months ago, right? Now it's just like another shot of espresso to get through the day, just to survive, to get to quitting time and get home so you can be alone for a little bit, right? Almost isolating in hermit mode because there's no Ten of Cups out there. Ten of Wands shows this cycle, this era is coming to an end, okay? So we'll see where that goes. All right. It's kind of like some of you guys are even trying to fit in with like your new surroundings. This might be a specific message for like maybe about 10 to 13% of y'all, especially those of you that have like moved recently, or, you know, beginning of the month, you got a new apartment or the lease was changed up or a home or something. Because I do see a Sag that maybe you got into like location charts and you were like, well, the old town didn't have anything left. It was all dried up. So I moved. New town ain't doing much better, Archer. All right. Specific message, but let's see where this goes. There's still an energetical reset coming into play. All right. Some of you guys might still be feeling some of the fallout of Jupiter, your dominant planet, leaving your opposing sign of Gemini. Even though it's already in Cancer, your dominant rock's a big, big rock. All right. Sagittarius, your planet's got a lot of junk in the trunk. That's where do we go? Oh my God, Becky. Look, which one of you all had your person compliment your behind? You know, when you're in a relationship, it's cool, all right? I see a female Sag with a nice memory of like, I miss my person walking past me in the kitchen and just give me a little badonkadonk slap. Oh my gosh. We got to get into your person's energy because Sag, I understand a slight little bit of your frustrations going on, right? I know you're kind of bumming about this right now, so we got to make a little light of it because you needed a spinny hug, so I'm just trying to make you chuckle a little bit. Now let's get into your person's vibes and see where this is going already, shall we? All right, and it's the one on your mind. So you are allowed to miss and love whomever you want, however long you want. All right, my title here is just Tarot Reader, not Tarot Tell You What to Do or this person caused a tower moment in your life. And then karmically, Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords, they have now received an equal amount of fair karma in their life. It's balance, it's yin and yang. Maybe some of you guys were dealing with somebody who might have been going down a darker well than just what we all do here, right? Maybe sold their soul to the devil or just didn't believe in God in general. Well, that even threw my throat chakra off because this person had a rude awakening. But the Seven of Swords, the card of deception that comes out, I don't think that you could trust them because like once you found out the stuff they had lied to you about, it hit pretty hard because the stuff they lied to you about was the stuff you were building a solid foundation on, right? The vibes of like maybe them being like, I'm a big, awesome Two of Pentacles business owner, and you found out they worked in the mailroom or something like that. And you're like, it wasn't totally about the money. If they had told me they worked in the mailroom, I might have dug the mailman. Some of you guys, somebody works for the post office. Anyways, but it's like the fact that they weren't being honest with me was the Three of Swords that really hurts. And for 3% of you that have already confirmed this, you did confirm that they cheated on you or they were entertaining other sneaky links. Why in the world would you do that, Crosswatcher? You got Sagittarius. What? All right, we got to get into this person's brain because they at one point in their life, they weren't firing on all 6 cylinders, whatever generation you're from. My generation still likes V8s. Anyways, I'm old. But the Three of Swords on this one, this was a strong spiritual connection that they completely messed up. And with all this sword energy, they're in some heavy regret right now. Seven of Cups. Don't make Sagittarius feel like an option. It's almost like once they had you, they didn't care anymore. They stopped trying. And then instead of trying to work stuff well with you, they started entertaining other options, even if they were just bot users online, right? They got the real person here and entertaining bot options. For some of you guys, work got in the way, though. I literally think either you guys worked together or met through work or something, or Seven of Swords on the Three of Swords. I'm pulling for about 93% of y'all. I'm pulling off of this one that it was literally like that. This is the fact they could never sit their phone down and they were a bit of a workaholic, right? And at first you kind of dug it, right? And then it became kind of boring because they never had any time for you, even though you were trying to go all in, right? We'll find out what's up with this. Because I could see you just like, if I was like, hey, Sag, what's up? You'd just be like, Archer, it's complicated. I got this, but you've tried a lot of options to move on, to restructure things. You got repeating tens, plus that tower. Hold on, I said Titanic. There was a Sag here. It's like, no, Archer, please not Titanic deck. I'll keep it simple. All right. You could be dealing with a cardinal sign. Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn. Scorpio and Aquarius are here. Strong Aquarius, actually. Libra again. More Aries, more Sagittarius. Strong Aries. And Pisces, if I didn't mention it. All right, let's keep going. Empress Sag. You're ready to receive a message for something that you've been working on to manifest and bring into fruition. The Empress receives. Five of Swords, the Sun card on the Emperor. Whoa. 2 Emperor cards. Whenever I get repeating cards, especially with the Lovers at the overall energy in the bottom of the deck, but when I get repeating cards, it's always God telling me, Archer, scry a little deeper into those cards. You missed something. Thomas Andrews and the grand architect of the Titanic. Honorable mentions to Alexander Carlisle, but he didn't care. You know, like the little things from the past that keep creeping back up and you keep wondering why, right? It's like some of you have been working to rebuild yourself from a rock bottom point after being people's punching bags for so long. Five of Swords, that you've had to make changes to your life you didn't even want to have to make, but you had to make, right? And it's like the vibes of being like, well, I was really happy where I worked at or where I lived at or what I did, but then this is literally like a Sagittarius that either like got kicked out of a home living situation or left the home living situation or the person without really wanting to, but feeling like you had to. Five of Swords. And it gets frustrating. You've taken so much over the years that has actually been a bit of learning on your future journey in order so that future people, even for those of you that have a past person returning, so they don't do it again. You know what I mean? Oh, hey, Lisa. What up? Thank you. Spinny hugs. Taurus is done. It's in the October playlist, and it's posted on TikTok on the main page already. Totally. Emperor vibes on the Sun card. You are focused on this, right? Because you kind of know this person on your mind as your divine counterpart. And they're the one not awoke, right? Some of you guys even like maybe sneakishly brought tarot up to them. Just like, hey, check this out. Or, hey, did you see this? Like shared a post or something. And they were like, oh, that's what, Sag, stop being silly about that stuff. I got a feeling that the awakening they're going through is teaching them that this tarot stuff has more to it than most people realize. Sun card. They make you happy and frustrated at the same time. It's like you love to hate them and you hate to love them. Something like that. I hope I'm making sense on this one. It's like you're setting new boundaries, though, and sticking up for yourself more than before. All right? You're focused on a goal. Emperors and the Empress energy. Good Lord, your brain is just gorgeous. Or handsome. Whatever. You know what I mean? Buddy. Or babe. Whatever. Is there a Sag here that the pet name was Babe? Was your pet name Babe from your dude for my female Sag? Or male Sag? Did you call your girl Babe? Because I don't usually Babe. I like, unless somebody gives me permission to use that nickname, I'm like, well, that's kind of a derogatory thing for a woman. But maybe some of you guys, your person called you Babe, or you called your person Babe. Anyways, it's looking like you're getting into an energy that's going to be able to maintain yourself. Okay? You're still establishing a lot of stuff. There's a Sag here that like, you like using repeating letters in your text messages, like yes, or morning. I don't know, but I just want to let you know your person likes that, especially for those of you that your person also calls you babe. All right, so now we're starting to connect a couple pieces together on this. That you sly, clever, saggy, you knew this was your person long ago. How in the world are you holding yourself together long enough to wait for them to come around? Four of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. You're finding ways to keep busy. You knew this was your twin flame, and this literally came out for every reading this week in the all signs. Every single sign got the Four of Wands. I knew it. I'm like, it's gonna be a twin flame week here, and I got it for you. Four of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you guys have been noticing straight coins on your path. I'm also seeing a Sag with a lot of change in your cup holder. You're supposed to put cups in those. No, just, hey, guilty. Me too. I probably got 650 and a jawbreaker in my cup holder. But you know what? You have been taken out of your comfort zone, right? Whether by choice or by a form of force, you know what I mean? But the thing about it is, you are the mutable fire sign. It's a slow adjustment, but it's a good adjustment. That, believe it or not, the stuff that's completely irritating you beyond the point where you're just about ready to burn the city to the ground and move again, right? It's like, I'm not even giving anybody a warning. I'm just out, you know? Go find an adventure. But it's going to start feeling like home soon enough for you. It is like this is one of those things that wants you to go for it. There's no turning back at this point. Even if you're a little fearful about the outcome, you're in Emperor and Empress energy, all right? Which God is telling me you have lined up your masculine and your feminine energies. You are actually nearing the end of a glow up stage it's like growing pains. All right, the changes, the adjustments. Some of you guys could even be in the midst of one of your Saturn returns, possibly. All right, like approaching 30, 40, or 70. Okay, but it's a big change even in your mind. That's letting you close. It's kind of cool. That's why I like reading for you, because it looks like you're closing out a cycle, but you're bringing the person with you. Okay. All right, let's see where we go with this. This is interesting. Some of y'all could be born on the 4th or the 5th, the 1st, the 14th or the 15th, the 21st is here, the 3rd, the 19th, 30th, 24th, the 14th is back, the 31st. Wait, 30 days has September, April, June. No, you can't be born on the 31st. Maybe your person is. Hey, sometimes I got to remember, I'm channeling here, all right? And you definitely got some strong Aries, Leo in your chart. Some of you guys could be Capricorn cuspers, might even have some Cancer, like a Cancer North Node or Cancer part of fortune, possibly. Okay, but we'll see where we're going here, because you're on the right path, the Ace of Pentacles. Side note, this might save some of my Sagittarius having to hang out for the whole reading. If you've been thinking about that you want to be the one that plants an Ace of Pentacles starting seed, okay, like maybe you want to reach out to your person, okay? And you know your personal situation, all right? So if there's like no problema on this, carry on. Because we are in the vibes of a Sadie Hawkins energy right now. And we do have Venus kind of sneaking around as it changes signs. And the whole Uranus and Gemini thing has got brains on like a whole Sadie Hawkins energy, especially for my female Saggies, is that, girls, you guys have fought so hard for like equality and rights and power, you know, that in the energies we're in right now, those of you that have been considering it, especially my girl Saggies, you're like, I don't know. You got to go ahead. That's like, just so you know, your person's waiting to hear from you type of a vibe. All right. Literally, some of you guys, for my single Saggies, Ace of Pentacles on the 5 of Wands. Remember earlier how I mentioned the post office, right? I'm getting a vibe similar to that. Okay. And this now applies to all my Saggies, male or female, is that I'm seeing some of you guys just get that thing in your head that you walk into like a post office or a store or a coffee shop. And for some reason, the person behind the counter just looks really good to you, right? And I see you approaching the counter. It's in the week ahead, remind you. But I see you approaching the counter, and as you're approaching the counter, being like, what are you doing, Sag? What are you doing? You're not gonna. What are you doing? Don't open your pie hole. And then you spit out with are you single? I'd like to go. You want to go? You got a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Want to go out for sometime? And in your head, you're freaking out, but you're going to be shocked because the other person's going to be like, yeah, I get off in an hour. It's cool. All right. So let's get into the love department. All right. Just a little side note for the single Saggies who are like not going back, not looking in this direction, don't know what's coming. Although I do see a female Sag that's starting to want to hang out at like Home Depot or Lowe's more. Usually Sunday mornings. Usually Sunday or Saturday mornings. That's when the dudes are there. That's when the single dudes are there. All right. Contractors are weekdays early in the morning, so you got to get up early. Anyways, for my male Sagittariuses, you're like, Archer, I'm starting to go to Michael's and Hobby Lobby now. It's I don't even know what's in the stores, but I go. I love reading for you, Sag. You single Saggies, you're going to be okay. Your next encounter's on its way. I'm being told to tell you, single Saggies, is that your next encounter is actually rewind. I'm stuttering. Currently going through what we're going to talk about down here that they're walking away from so they can come to you. Okay? All right. So, meanwhile, back at the ranch, the Four of Pentacles on the Moon card. This person was really kind of unreliable. And you spend a lot of time having to clean up after them with that Moon card, Pisces energy on this one, after almost to the point of wanting to give up on them. Because it's like 1 minute they want to be with you, the next minute they try to move on, right? And then it's like, it confuses you. You're so busy trying to fit into your new situations, your new surroundings, your job changes. Some of you guys just want to move back home. And then like through everything you're trying to adjust to, they're getting all freaky deaky over here. Somebody has a vegetable garden. Because, I mean, that Five of Swords, it kind of even bled off onto you. Their sadness would lead. Some of you guys, they might have just been straight up depressed. Pisces and Capricorn energy. But it's almost like their Five of Swords rubbed off into your Five of Swords. But with this, the Six of Wands, the Eight of Swords, Five of Pentacles leaves into the Knight of Swords with the Five of Wands. They're struggling to move on from you. You're struggling to move on from them. And yet that's what's drawing you guys right back to each other, the Five of Pentacles. I totally kind of like, I'm thinking that like you guys both did try to move on, find other people. And for some reason you keep getting drawn back to each other. But yet you're both single right now. You're single, they're single. That's why you guys are thinking about each other so much. This could be the vibes even for my Saggies that this happened recently, where they were just like, I need to find myself. I need to go discover me, and I don't think I'm ready for a relationship yet. And whatever they chose over you, Three of Swords, wow, they regretted that thing about 3 days into the decision. Even if it was like, Sag, I'm sorry, I told you I'm not ready for this. I'm trying to establish myself, and work is busy, and blah, 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 blah. No, Crosswatcher, if you really wanted Sag, you'd have made time for him. Oh. That's what they're doing. Sag. Okay, so this person, okay, straight up. I got to call it as I see it, okay? This person did try to move on. Thought their victory was somewhere else. Six of Wands, right? Eight of Swords. That didn't work out very well. Because the person that they got involved with, that they were like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so much better than Sagittarius. Or the job, it's like it's safer at work than being in a relationship, right? It didn't go well, and it was their karmic payout. God's like, you straight up, Sag, you'd never hurt them this much. You're not capable of hurting this much like they hurt you. So they had to go in this direction. Either they picked a job that didn't work out, they picked a thing that didn't work out, right? Or a person that didn't work out. All right. Even in the Three of Swords, and remember, take what resonates and just wish well on those for the parts that doesn't, because we got about 3 to 7% of y'all that they went in another direction. And right now, they are working to get out of it. I don't care what they're posting online, Seven of Cups. Oh, look how awesome we are. You know, group event, family function, work event. I'm getting an award. It's not. They're doing it to make the best through the day because they figure they're stuck in this situation right now. And that's part of their karma for what they did to you. The way that they made this decision without even a backward glance and no emotions to the connection after they cut you off, even that, God was looking down. Even my Sag grandma would be like, oh, Archer, watch out. Bad, stay away, kid. That sort of a thing. They had to go through a dark night of the soul. All right. And they actually, with the repeating sevens coming out, they've experienced karma about sevenfold from what they did to you. All right. More than once, they've sat there and gone, this is how I made Sagittarius feel. They have literally sat here, because this is really weird, because for some of you guys, they were single and you were in a relationship or getting out of one, and then the tables turned and it didn't work out with you guys, and then they went and got in a relationship and they're like, oh God, this is worse than the ex that Sagittarius was with when we were getting to know each other. And it's creating a weird karmic cycle, right? The Tower card is the end of the karmic cycle. You already got to the point that you're like, no bueno, don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to meet another person, whether even if it is new or this person coming back, and I don't want to go through it again, right? You don't realize it, but you spitting that out, either subconsciously or consciously, caused some major changes to come in. This person got some juju going their way, all right? And remember, it's the week ahead from when you find it, so it could literally be right now their life is hunky-dory. They just got employee of the month or whatever, right? You know, the thing is, in the week ahead, the Tower moment comes in due to some indecisiveness, all right? You know exactly what's going to happen to them because they did it to you, all right? We're getting near to the point of their derailment, their Tower. So you know what happened between you and them and your guys' Tower moment. So you totally know what's going to happen to them in their Tower moment, multiplied by 7, okay? 5 of Pentacles to the Knight of Swords. They're not getting rewarded for what they did to you. For some of you guys, maybe this person is like, they're going through the divorce. Or for some of you guys, maybe even widowed. Somebody could be born on the 7th, the 6th, the 16th, 26th, 25th. July 7th might be a date that resonates to you with the 7-7 hanging out. And I'm also seeing March 16th as a date and February 5th. Might just be some memories. 8 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, into the 6 of Pentacles on Justice. Something about September 14th and September 19th resonate to you. Hierophant and the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so for 3 to 7% of y'all, it was another person. For the other 93 or so percent of you guys, it was work. The Hierophant on like the 8 of Pentacles. They put work above you. They put their job, their personal life above you instead of 6 of Pentacles matching. Reciprocal, just an honest, loyal, reciprocal relationship, right? You didn't need them to be spoiling you and buying your way. It's not about trying to buy your love. It's like to show you the attention and the affection that you were giving onto them. For 1% out of the 3% of y'all, they were cheating on somebody at work too. Or you guys left work or had to completely start fresh from the whole thing. But you just wanted that and they didn't. The thing on this is they're getting to a point where like they almost felt love doesn't exist anymore. And I'm going to straight up tell you what, they're feeling like they settled. You can't be with a Sagittarius without feeling that way with anybody else. So this is someone just going through the start of a level up that you're just coming out of so that you guys can combine to get to that 6 of Pentacles point. It's been a very weird cattywampus type of a thing, right? Because when you're available, they're not. When they're available, you're not. And it keeps not lining up until it starts lining up right now. I'm telling you what, from my perspective here, like over the energy, looking at these cards, I already see y'all are married. Your 5D selves are already together, right? This is a gigantic test in loyalty and communication. They can't just be like, well, Sagittarius is mine, so I don't got to try anymore. All right, well, they're trying with others. And straight up, this is weird. I'm being told you didn't stand up for yourself enough, and that was part of what your lesson was. Like, you didn't yell at them enough. And you're like, Archer, I yelled at him a couple times over the course of the timeline. I'm like, and God's looking down going, you were way too nice on them, Sag. Any other sign would have walked away from them 9 months before you did. I kid you not. That's the thing on this one. You guys are bound and destined together. They just have to go through this so they come back a little more hat in hand. All right? They're straight. Now, here's the sad part. For them, not you. Regardless of if even just the 3% of you that they cheated on you with, the other 97% of you that they were cheating on you with their job, right? Just the workaholic vibes. Even the 11% of you that it was like drinking or drugs or kratom, something bad like that coming in. The thing on this is they had to go through this in order to learn to respect you because they were getting away with way too much. You know what I mean? Tower card on the Tower card, Scorpio energy, and the Chariot. You always get the Chariot. This is one of the few channels that I've always been curious about the whole Cancer Sagittarius thing. But Leo's here and the Hangman is here too with the 5 of Cups. They They feel awful for the way they treated you. They have gone through an awakening. This many major arcana, this is a change. This is a dark night of the soul. This is a transformation. This is rock bottom. They can't avoid this. Major arcana signifies major planetary shifts that we have no control over. And that's what brings us to the outcome with the Two of Wands, that they choose you. They're going to come in and open up their heart and actually communicate with you and make it a point to make so much time for you. You may come back in another week or two and be like, Archer, they're being clingy now. We turned them. You're the one that manifested this Four of Wands. You're like, Archer, I think we turned them up too much. They're like super duper lovey. And we might have to dial them back down a bit. It's an adjustment. You'll get there with them. All right. Sagittarius, claim this thing down in the comments. You guys are heading for union. All right. Union, reunion, however spin you want to put on it. This 10 of Wands era is finally at an end. Get ready to receive Emperor and Empress. Divine connection, divine union. Your masculine is awoke. I love that for you guys. And even my male Sagittarius, your female masculine is awoke. Okay? I dig it. Some of you guys, maybe it is. Maybe it's either the age difference or just the same sex relationship for some of you guys. Judgment free zone. Whatever resonates. Anyways, claim this down below in the comments. And do remember, Sagittarius, hype and like it too, please and thank you. Remember, it'll resonate to all placements of Sagittarius in your chart because you are not just your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign, but all the parts of your charts are what makes you 1 in a billion. That's why you're still the only sign deserving of 5 syllables. All right. So until next time, subscribe, be a part of the fam. I love you, and we'll see you later. All right. Peace and love.